Welcome into another episode of Ciderhaus. Once again, I am Landon Tangwall, joined by Penn State volleyball star Caroline Jaravicious.
Hi, I'm back. Not getting rid of me, like I said.
Nope, she's still here. I wish she wasn't. Just kidding. Caroline is so happy.
I can't I can walk out right now.
Okay, we'll keep Caroline here.
Uh-huh.
Caroline, we're on the street. We were asking people how they feel about long-distance relationships in college. We had some pretty good answers. Roll the clips. How do you feel about long-distance relationships while you were in college?
I feel like we're maybe a little too young to be in relationships, especially long distance, and I was in one, and it sucked.
What went wrong in that relationship?
He was very insecure and like hated when I went out or like wore anything that like showed my skin. So yeah, it didn't work.
So like anytime you were going out with the girls, it was a big fight?
Yeah.
What would he say? What would the text you'd get from your boyfriend?
He would ask me why I'm putting on makeup and like who I'm dressing up for, and thought I was like going out to see other people.
Did he have to have your location? Did he make you like text him the entire time?
Yes. Yeah. If I didn't text him like every hour, it was like a problem.
So that felt a little too controlling for you?
Yeah.
Do you think long distance relationships can work while you were in college?
I think it does, but it just depends on both parties. You got to be completely in it. It's like there's no room for error there. So that's my thoughts.
Have you ever experienced a long distance relationship like that?
I'm about to, so we'll find out. I believe in myself, though, and I believe in my partner. So it just depends on both parties, like I said.
What do you think is the number one most important thing if you are doing a long distance relationship?
Communication and like clearance, still allow for some, like, you can't be stuck in a wall. Like, if you're going to be going to a bigger college, you can't be locked in your room all day, but just find a healthy balance.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, man. Okay, Caroline. I'm intrigued by this. I personally did do a little bit of long distance relationship, but overall, let's just talk the basics of long distance. I feel like, especially with social media now, it is so much different. I feel like it's so much like than like our parents.
Yeah.
Like, it's just different because like there's so much access, I feel like, for everybody. So, I mean, I feel like social media does make it a little bit easier at times, like FaceTiming and being able to do that.
I think it's also worse, though, at the same time.
Right.
Because of it.
Do you think, let me pose this. How do you feel about having your location?
Location, I think, I don't care. Because if you don't have anything to hide and I don't have anything to hide, there should be no problem with my location going on. But it's also like you can't be checking it 24/7 because they have their own free will. Right? So I think that's a tough question. I think it's fine. I really do think it's fine. But when it becomes like possessive, like, oh, why are you here? Like,
yeah, you get a random text and it's like, yo, why are you at this house?
Why are you at this house? Like, what do you mean you're stalking my location? Do you not trust me? But I think it's fine if it's just like, oh, like they're home now. Like I can go call him or like something like that. I think that's okay.
I feel like a couple answers we got out on the street were like a couple people were like too possessive. That was a big thing where like constantly this one girl had the comments that her boyfriend, like every single time that she went out or she was wearing like anything.
That's a problem.
It was a problem. So like, yeah, if they're too controlling, like I feel like that's an automatic dub. Like, no, you can't do that.
You can't be doing that. You can't be controlling when they go out, how much they go out, because it's their experience too. Like, you guys chose to be in a long distance relationship in college, which means that you both get to experience college on your own. And like, yeah, part of college is going out and part of college is like meeting new people, not necessarily getting with other people, but like being around and not secluding and like sequestering yourself in your room while your friends are all out. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't tell them like they can't go out. That's like, no, that's
then
so
you lose
crazy.
Friends and then everything just gets like too controlling. You build resentment.
I think it's definitely hard. I feel like it's so easier to like fall into the like, oh, it's okay to like flirt, like if your girlfriend or your boyfriend like isn't there. And like a lot of times you are lacking that like attention from the opposite sex that you like, that like naturally as humans we crave. And like, I don't know, do you feel like, I don't know, I feel like the cheating aspect, like it's too easy for people to just be like, it'll happen once, they don't go here, they don't know anybody.
No, that's messy. You can't be doing that because if you're going to be in it, you have to be in it 100%. But like, as far as talking to other people while you're out, you can't be like shut off in a corner either while you're out too and be like, oh my God, that's another guy. Like, don't look at me. Like, I have a boyfriend. If you can have a friendly conversation, like that can speak to you as a human. Like, do you trust yourself in a long distance relationship? I think that's another thing. Like, can you trust yourself in a long distance relationship, and you trust yourself enough to stay in one that's a healthy one?
Look inward.
Look inward.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people's answer for that's probably no.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because we're human.
Yeah, I feel like going back to the social media thing, like people just want attention, and I feel like it's easier now like than ever. We're like talking about once again with like our parents. We're like, yeah, you'd go out and you'd see people, but now it's like the temptation of the fact that like Instagram is like borderline like Tinder at this point. Like if we're being honest, like it basically
Pretty much is.
You just slide into people's DMs, and then it's like, oh, I've been getting attention from my girlfriend, and we just got in a fight because I haven't seen her in 3 months. And then I feel like it's like really easy to be like, oh, I'm gonna go to this party, and if someone talks to me, like, forget.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most dangerous piece. Is like
it's
if
just
you get
messy.
angry,
If you get angry,
if you get like angry at the other person, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out, and then it's like,
yeah,
oh, that's
you
not
have
good.
to resolve all your stuff before you go out at night or before you go to bed, because I don't think you can go to bed angry in a long distance relationship, because I think that's going to breed more resentment. If you like go to bed with at least like a little bit of resolution, better, but you can't go to bed like pissed, declining FaceTime calls, put your phone down, because then the next
D&D.
day, yeah, you can't do that. That's why I think long distance relationship in college is messy. It depends on like where they go to school. Like, do they go to a Pitt? Do they go to a UPenn?
We'll say one couple is at Penn State, the other person is at University of Maryland. Say like a 3-hour distance.
That's a medium distance relationship.
That
That's
is medium,
that's
yeah,
not
right.
Long distance.
Okay, so what's long distance? What, 5 hours? I think once you get over like
5+. 6+.
damn, okay.
Yeah, 6+. Because I know somebody I know, her boyfriend's in Australia,
It's really long.
but they make it work because they both have that trust.
Right.
And they both know what they want. I think that there are instances where it works, and I think there are instances where it's just like might want to have an adult conversation.
Do you think that like once that trust is somewhat broken, and like not as far as like cheating, because cheating in any way, I feel like breaking that trust, like it should be done.
Right.
But like let's just say like, for example, you lie. We talked about locations. Like you lie about where you are and the other person finds out. I feel like even just like a little bit in a long distance relationship, just a little bit of like a break of that trust, it's like pretty much wraps. Because then I'm like constantly, is she somewhere that she's lying about again?
Yeah.
If you do it one time, like I don't
What's to
know.
say it's not going to happen again.
Right?
Yeah. I really think long distance, it's not for the weak, and it's not for the emotionally immature. And I just like, don't shut off your locations. Like, if you're trying not to be suspicious about something, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Like, if you're thinking like, I have to shut off my location, let's like really think about the action that you're about to do. Why can't you go tell your partner like, hey, I'm going to be at so-and-so's house? Should they have to worry about so-and-so? Should you personally have to worry about what you do with so-and-so?
He's just a friend.
It's never just a friend.
It's never just a friend.
Never.
It never is, especially with the girls. Sorry, Caroline. You know.
I didn't do anything.
No. Not saying you did. Not saying you did. I just feel as though, you know, I mean, we're getting into a whole different conversation, but I
Yeah.
really do feel like
I think
sorry.
relationships are so messy.
There you have it. Never get in a relationship. Be
No.
single forever.
Die
Never
alone.
love anybody.
Die alone. That's all
Caroline.
my time. Thank you.
That's it. That wraps it up for today. No, that really is it. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I truly think long distance relationships, I don't think they work. Sorry.
You hear the good instances.
We
about
did
it.
on the street. She didn't answer a question. She was a nurse. Shout out all the nurses out there. Had a ring on her finger. I asked her, and she said her and her boyfriend did long distance for 4 years and are now married and living together.
So that's like the good cases, because you know it does work.
Like 5% of them.
5%, sure, but like
Like 5.
maybe but I don't think you go through a long distance relationship during that time without like a couple of breakups during that time.
Yeah, there's a lot of bumps.
I think that's normal for couples that are in a long period, long distance relationship. Like, I think it's possible that they can break up and come back together again, because at times like it gets really, really, really hard. But I think like as long as both parties are willing to work through it and kind of like adjust, like yeah, I think breakups are normal. I've seen that a lot too.
Okay, I respect that. My final stance: don't do it. Don't get in a long distance relationship. Caroline, final verdict.
I don't know.
Caroline doesn't know. That means don't do it.
Sure.
That is all our time for today here at Ciderhaus. Caroline, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And once again, don't date anybody. Have a great
Ever.
one.